University Student Council elections officially concluded on April 10, following a 3-day voting period that capped weeks of election activities, marking the transition from promises to responsibility. Voter turnout reached 77.45% of the student population, marking a slight decline from last year's 84.84%. Taking the top post is Daniel James A. Corrales, elected as executive chairperson, now set to lead the council into a new term shaped by both expectation and accountability.
Now that the elections are finished, we will remain our intention. And this is something that I want to share us also to the studentry. Despite having other candidates for the executive chair, we made it to the point that we manifested actually before the Sirmata interview that whoever wins, we will be tapping them or we will carry out their visions. Kasi at the end of the day, we ran for the best of our students, so we will still work with them closely. And of course, kung ano man yung magiging collective visions ng council, we'll make sure that hindi siya magre-remain as a platform, but it will materialize para sa mga estudyante.
He will be joined by John Wayne Dalere as Executive Vice Chairperson, with Isabella Colin B. Alterado as Executive Secretary, and Dionel L. Galang as Deputy Executive Secretary. Completing the executive lineup are Mike Jederick R. Dapa as Secretary for Finance, and Josephine Rose F. Carauta as Assistant Secretary for Finance. For Operations, Kurt Jeremy M. Salcedo and Aaron Jen M. Garvida will serve as Secretary and Assistant Secretary for Logistics. Meanwhile, R.V. Josein D. Kalaykay and Jana Maris L. Alejandro take on the roles of Secretary and Assistant Secretary for Communications, leading the Council's information and media efforts. 17 councilors representing various colleges and sectors were also elected, forming the broader legislative body of the Council.
Lalo na sa budgeting. I just hope na ma-exceed na yung expectation ng mga students ngayon.
Are what I expected, and I'm so happy of it. I expect them to take the roles and decision responsibly, with not just hold the title.
With the results now finalized, focus shifts to how the newly elected council will carry out its mandate and respond to the evolving needs of the student body. The election may be over, but for the newly elected council, the real challenge begins, turning student trust into meaningful leadership. Francesca Rencha, The Vantage Point.